What's up, wrestling fans? I'm the Law Dog Brent Lawson for life after ACW, and I'm here with the co-owner, Eden Bacon. How you doing, Eden?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Now let's get right into it. What is your first memory of ACW?
I would say my first memory of ACW would be one of the first shows that I was at, and actually coming out and helping start the show, announce everything, and making a screw up of the name.
Whose name?
ACW. I threw a little extra A in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
because it's A plus.
All right. How did you hear about ACW?
I heard about ACW at first from Kid Lightning and Adam Hicks. That's kind of how I ended up becoming co-owner with Kid. Adam Hicks had some things that he needed to do and was wanting to, go do his own thing. So I stepped in and, fulfilled his role.
Okay. What was your favorite match in ACW?
Let's see. I mean, we had a bunch of good matches.
Yeah.
But
you got to be the Reaper in the Reaper's Rules match.
Oh, yes, several times.
Mm-hmm.
Several times. All the time bringing out something crazy.
Did you enjoy that?
I did. I
bringing
really
out
did.
toys?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never knew what I was coming out with. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Toys are great.
Oh, yeah. All right. Who's your favorite ACW wrestler? I know you was co-owner. You're not supposed to have favorites, but who is your favorite?
I don't have a specific favorite,
Mm-hmm.
Because all these guys I'm close with.
Okay.
There's not really one more than I really like than the other. So, I mean, just to be fair, I pretty much just go with whatever and try and, cheer who's supposed to be cheered, boo who's supposed to be booed to keep the flow of the,
All right.
ambiance.
What was your favorite match? You being co-owner, you had to have some part of the process of coming up with the matches. So what was your favorite match that you had the most input on?
There were several, because I literally had made a book of like 101 matches for us to flip through.
Damn, like 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, go girl.
So we would take time going through them.
That's your own book. 101 Matches by Eden Bacon.
Stolen from Wikipedia. Just saying.
Plagiarism at its best, guys.
Yeah, but my favorite one would probably be, and that I had the most input in, was probably a Stairway to Hell match.
Okay, cool. All right, great match, by the way. I know the answer to this, but I got to ask it anyway. Did you ever have any run-ins with Dr. Xavier Blackstone?
Nah, he was scared of me.
He was?
Yeah. He couldn't rise to the occasion, there were some things, and
he couldn't rise to the occasion?
Yeah, he's too short.
He didn't have any medication for that?
Obviously not.
Ooh. I'm not going to touch that. I just move right along. What is it they say? I'll just digress. How did ACW affect you?
ACW is a great part of my life. I will always love being part of ACW. It took some work, here and there, but it was our baby. So yeah, it was just had great lifelong friendships that we'll always have. It's a family.
Like I said, it goes way beyond the show. It's the pre-show and the after-show.
Definitely.
All right. How has the fans of ACW impacted your life?
Well, at our last show, they about made me cry. Like, their love and support is just what made ACW.
Okay. Would you ever be co-owner again with Kid Lightning if he ever brought up the fact ACW may come back 5, 6, 7 years down the road?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No questions asked.
Was it a lot of fun working the promotion, being able to make the massive matches and, boss around people say, you're going to do this?
All right. People think that I just like to be bossy.
No, that's not what I mean.
I know.
Okay.
But they think that I just like to be bossy. I just want you to freaking listen, And then for some of them, you got to get a tone, and you got to be the the mommy authoritative figure, and then they're like, yay!
You was wanting to talk about teardown. Share your
Yes.
Share your thoughts on teardown.
Teardown and setup is key. Is key in any promotion.
Absolutely.
Even in WWE, AEW, guess what? They have crews that they can pay to set up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the luxury of that. We're working 9 to 5 just like you and everybody else.
Yep. Exactly.
Like, it takes a family to do it. If you want to do it and you want to help us and you want to run and you want to, have all these, like pushes and stuff, show us that you actually care. Don't just come in, throw your bag down, throw your gear on, wrestle for 10 minutes, and then throw your stuff in the bag and bounce. Because that's saying screw us. You don't care how late we get home, as long as you get home when you want to be there.
That's like Cartman. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Facts.
All right. Were you ever injured while working in ACW or for ACW?
Oh yeah, there was some fun times. I never wrestled in a match.
Did you ever want to?
No, wrestling's not my thing. If somebody would have stiffed me, they would have got their clock cleaned. I don't.
You clocked somebody.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite memories. I smacked the crap out of Ed Matlis.
You knocked him on his butt.
Sure did.
Okay.
Don't call me a daddy's girl, because I'm not. I am my own person, and I will prove it through and through.
Don't call it a comeback. She's been here for years.
Facts. But as for getting hurt, I was one of those things, up in the truck, unloading the ring or putting it up, one or the other, twisted my ankle.
Okay.
And then one of the best times that I didn't get hurt, but it's just a funny story. It was our Halloween show.
Oh, the Jurassic Bacon incident.
Yes. Yeah. Inflatable T-Rex costume. I was chasing the kids around, having a good time. I slipped and fell. Took a massive bump. Everybody stopped. Training stopped.
Well, that's understandable because you can't catch yourself with those little bitty arms.
I know, they're like this.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So
he can't have any fun on a lonely night.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor T-Rex.
Yep, he's just so sad.
Maybe he needs to bang a gong.
Maybe. But I had some help getting up, and then, just jumped up, and I was like, looked at everybody in the ring that was staring at me because, I fell in front of everybody during training. And I told them, I was like, well, that's how you take a bump on cement. And went on and did what else I had to do.
All right. As a co-owner, what was your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge of being the co-owner is making sure that all the communication is where it needs to be between the staff, the wrestlers, security, everybody being on the same page, whether it was talking about, setting up, tearing down, what matches was going on, where security needed to be in case of, there was possibility of somebody getting injured. It's many things.
Okay, that leads to my next question. Did you have any close calls with security?
Most of the time.
What about that one fan that always raised so much hell with everybody?
Oh, Liz.
Well, I wasn't going to name any names, but,
Well, it's okay. ACW it was Liz's life. She loves wrestling. I'm sure she'll be super happy to be mentioned. But
Kid Lightning's biggest fan.
Until she wasn't.
Yep. She loved the lightning rod, and then the lightning rod just kind of, struck twice, and, she was raising hell at him. That's the thing about wrestling. You can, the fans can turn for you or against you at the drop of a hat.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you push them to, because it did take them some work.
Yeah.
It took a lot of work.
All right. I know that you didn't, but did you ever want to wrestle yourself?
No, I didn't.
You was brought up around it your whole life. You
yeah.
never want to, get in the ring and...
Oh, no, I did training. Like, I know how to take bumps. I know how to run ropes.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to set up and tear down that ring. That was one of the main things that I did.
And promote.
Yeah, and promote.
Okay, like, when you had a chance to become part of the show, how did that feel? To get the reaction from the fans, whether you was coming out, bringing the Reaper's rules or the
or
Stairway to Hell match.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was great, especially like when I collected the bounty on Kid Light.
Yes, you collected the bounty.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got some major hate for that at first, but we split the money.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had to help him get over on Roxy. That's my co-owner. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh God.
Sometimes you gotta play a little, slip a little here, slip a little there. That funded a couple shows, man. Like,
yeah,
Roxy, she paid for that.
Roxy and the dog food incident. Whew,
yeah,
man,
that was great.
Kill Lightning alluded to that earlier. Man, all right. All right. What's the biggest logistic problem in putting together a show?
The biggest logistic problem is having people there to set up and tear down.
Okay.
You can have 10 million people that'll be like, hey, I want to work this show. I want to ref this show. Hey, I can help do this. I can help do that. But when it comes to actually putting it together, you don't have that support. Like, that's where you really have to be like, hey, you've got to come through on this. If you're not going to come through on this, then I can't help you. You got to help me so I can help you. It's the quid pro quo.
All right. When did you know that you wanted to be part of wrestling?
I didn't really have a choice of being part of wrestling. It was
kind of thrust upon you.
Yeah. Like when I was younger, I loved wrestling. I was all about wrestling from like 10 to 14. But at the same time, that's when, Robert Stanley was my mama's boyfriend, now husband. So it's kind of like, anybody who knows him, how that story goes. Boom, wrestling all the time, 24/7. It just kind of is life.
When did you decide to be a co-owner of a promotion? When it was put on you, when you was asked to?
Well, I mean, it wasn't necessarily asked. It was kind of a jokey idea at first, and I was like, you know what? No, seriously, here's this. I got this taken care of. Let's do this.
You just kind of took the reins that was vacated by Adam Hicks.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. In addition to creating matches and stuff, what were your other responsibilities?
Security was one of my main things. Making sure concessions was running good smooth. That we had change for the door and concessions. That if anything was needed, whether it be something in the back, something with music, something with anything that was going on, to try and smooth everything over and keep an eye on everything.
Okay. Biggest problem of being a co-owner?
Not being rich. Like, because if we was rich, then...
If you was Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, yeah. Like, we'd be golden.
Or back in a few years back, Dixie Carter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's if we...
Or Tony Khan.
If we had Tony Khan money. Oh, yes.
All right.
The things that we
All
could
right.
do.
Here's a question that I didn't prepare. If you had Tony Khan money and could bring in anybody you wanted to, money was no object, who would you bring in?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, give me a hell yeah and a bottle of beer. All right. That's all the questions I have, Eden. Thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you.
That's it for ACW After the Asylum. We'll see you next time. Until then, I'm the Law Dog Brent Lawson. That's Eden Bacon. Have a good weekend, guys.